Squiz-Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz-Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz-Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Thursday, February 19. In Squiz-Kids Today, Ramadan Holy Month begins. America honours a hero. The seabird who went to hospital and helping your grandparents on YouTube. That's what's making news, kids style.
The Lowdown.
It's Ramadan, friends, one of the most important times on the Muslim calendar. And everywhere around the world from now and for the next month, people of the Islamic faith will be fasting during the day and feasting during the night. Sounds pretty cool, eh? Well, maybe not the fasting bit. Do you know what I mean when I say fasting? It means not eating any food, which is what many Muslims will be doing from sunrise to sunset for the next month. Maybe you're one of those people observing Ramadan, which is a fancy way of saying taking part in this religious ceremony. Or maybe some of your classmates will be observing Ramadan. It's not all that different when you think about it to Lent, which is a religious observance that many Christians follow. Lent is the period between Ash Wednesday, which was yesterday, and Easter, when devout Christians give up something. It might be something they like to eat or something they like to do as a sort of offering to God. It's the same deal pretty much with Ramadan, where Muslims fast during the day as a sign of their faith and as a kind of offering to Allah, who is their God. And this is what makes Australia so good. Lots of different religions with lots of different traditions and rituals, all living side by side together in harmony. Difference, after all, is what makes us all interesting. So, what else happens during Ramadan? Well, it's not just about fasting. It's also about praying and spending time with family and taking time out of our busy lives to help others in our community and generally work on being a good person. So, Ramadan Mubarak to all of our listeners of the Islamic faith. And if you're keen to learn more about Islam, be sure to tune in to our From the Vault podcast this Sunday, where we dust off the Squiz-Kids shortcut to Islam. It's a fantastic introduction to a religion that is practiced by some 2 billion people around the world, or approximately a quarter of all humans on the planet. So, well worth a listen.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today, speaking of celebrating tolerance, we've landed in the United States, where a famous pioneer of black rights has passed away. The Reverend Jesse Jackson is his name, and he was an important figure in the United States when it came to black people and their fight for equal rights. It may seem hard to believe, but it wasn't that long ago that black people in parts of the United States were kept separate from white people, on buses, in shops, even in swimming pools. This is what's called racial discrimination, when you treat someone differently simply because of the colour of their skin. And sadly, it still happens a lot today in all countries of the world. Jesse Jackson was a warrior for black rights in America, and the work he did in his lifetime paved the way for that country's first black president, someone you might have heard of called Barack Obama. Rest in peace, Reverend Jesse Jackson. What an amazing life you led.
Animal Kingdom.
Here's a question for you this fine Thursday morning. When humans are sick, they go to the doctor or a local hospital, right? But when birds are feeling poorly, where do they go? Well, in the curious case of a cormorant in Germany last week, the hospital seems to be the answer. Hospital workers in the town of Bremen were surprised to find a cormorant, which is a type of seabird, knocking on its glass door last week. On closer inspection, it turned out that the poor animal had a fishing hook stuck in its beak. Oh, and it had chosen, of all places, the local hospital as the place to go to get help. What a clever cormorant. doctors removed the hook and set the bird free. But I wonder if it had health insurance.
News hounds.
Every Thursday, Squiz-E the News Hound sticks his snout into Squiz Kids HQ to report back on fishy things he's sniffed out on the internet. And this week, Squiz-E is most upset after coming across a YouTube video which has upset grandparents all over the country. The video makes all sorts of silly claims, including that the government is about to start testing grandparents on how well they can operate digital devices, and also ridiculous claims that new laws will be introduced to aged care homes and retirement communities banning excessive noise, like laughing grandchildren. Now, Squiz-E did what all good newshounds do when he saw the video, and that was to stop, think, and check. Stop before believing the video, think about who made it and why, and then check credible sources of information to see whether there's any truth to the claims. And of course, there wasn't any truth. It's what's called disinformation. Information that's been made up intentionally to confuse or cause chaos. Unfortunately, lots of people believe everything they see online because they haven't been trained to sniff out fakes and disinformation just like Squiz-E and all of you newshounds have. It's a good reminder that as grandkids, you have an important role to play to help your grandparents sort out what's real and what's not when they're online. Because, bless them, they were raised to expect the best of people and not to question everything they see. Now, there's an excellent grandkid-grandparent role-playing exercise in Session 6 of Newshounds, our very own, very free digital literacy program for primary school kids. And if you, your child or your class are not in the process of becoming Newshounds, then don't just sit there. Sign up for a free account, Quick Sticks, via the Squiz Kids website, squizkids.com.au. Because we like to give.
Q&A call out.
If you listened to the pod yesterday, you would have heard Christy announce our exciting next guest for Squiz Kids Q&A, the podcast where you, the kids of Australia, get to ask the questions. And it's none other than science explainer extraordinaire, Dr. Carl. So, if you have a question that you'd like Dr. Carl to answer, be it a curly science question or something about the good doctor himself, email that question to squizkids@thesquiz.com.au, and if we pick yours, we'll ask you to send us a voice recording. Or head to the Squiz Kids website, follow the instructions carefully, and send us your voice recording directly through the website. But note this, you've only got until Tuesday, March 3 to get your questions in. You gotta be in it to win it. So go on, what are you waiting for?
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What's the name of the famous black rights activist who passed away in the United States this week? Well done if you said Jesse Jackson. Question number 2. What sort of a bird took itself to hospital to get a hook removed from its beak? Yeah, that's right, it was a cormorant. Question number 3. Name the holy month in the Muslim faith that kicked off yesterday. Yeah, well done. It's called Ramadan.
Shout-outs.
It's Thursday, February 19. Today is the birthday of Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown, the actress who plays 11, as in 11 being her character's name, not her age. It's also a special day for these Squiz kids celebrating a birthday today. Paitlin from Curry Curry, Yojaswi from Pakenham, Mike and Nate from Wagga Wagga, Charlie from Tarragindi, George from Gunning, Newmaya from The Willows, and Sophia from Cherrybrook. And belated birthday shout-outs go to Henry and William from Banana. Is that a place name? Classroom shout-outs today go to Mrs. Smith's class at Gladstone Public School, Class 5S with Mr. Shackcloth at Westside Christian College in Goodna, Class 5-6 Senior Elliott at Avoca State School in Bundaberg. Class 5-6 with Mrs. Hutt at Exeter Public School. Class 2S with Miss Salib at Cogra Public School. And Class 4C with Mr. Alitzi at Our Lady of the Way Catholic Primary School in Petrie. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with the Kids vs. Adults Weekly News Quiz. Your chance to prove who's been paying the most attention to the week that just was. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.